Hello, in this video we will examine how to import a quiz bank from ExamView into a Canvas new quiz. First step is I will take my ExamView question bank and export to a Canvas file. I've created a separate folder to store all of these separate from the ExamView bank folder so that it'll be easier for me to find them. So I'm going to name this just Chapter X. Name it according to whatever the name of your bank is for ease. It'll ask me to name the pool. I can do the same thing, give it the same name. It may be useful to copy and paste that because we'll be entering it several other times throughout this process. Once I press OK, that file is now saved to that folder that I created previously. I'll now go to Canvas and I'm going to go down to my course settings. And I need to import course content. The content type is going to be a common cartridge 1.x package. I'll choose the file, which in my case is this file called Chapter X. And then I can choose a default question bank. I'm going to create a new question bank and give it that name. I'll import all content from that question bank, which in this case is just the question bank. And I'll import it. It'll take just a moment. And it's complete. The next step is we need to make a classic quiz using that question bank. So I'll go to Quizzes, and then you may have to reset your quiz engine choice, but I'll create a new quiz that's a classic quiz. You can only do this with a classic quiz, not with a new quiz. In a moment, we'll fix that. So I'm making a new classic quiz. I'm going to name that quiz Chapter X. Next, I need to import the questions. So I'll go to Questions and then Find Questions. And then I need to find that question bank. So here's my Chapter X question bank. It contains 30 questions. I'm going to select all of them, scroll down to the bottom, and add those questions. We can see now that it's added all of those questions to this bank. I'll save my quiz. And now I need to convert this classic quiz to a new quiz while making an item bank. So to do that, I'll go back to Settings. And I now need to export course content. So earlier we imported, now we're going to export. So at the bottom, we're going to export a quiz. I don't need all of my quizzes. I only need the quiz called Chapter X. So I'll create an export. And then once it's finished, I'll refresh the page. And at the top, I'll download this QTI export from less than a minute ago. So that saves this QTI file to my computer. Finally, I'll go to Item Banks. If you don't have item banks, you may have to go to the navigation section of the Settings app or Settings page and add item banks to your course navigation bar. I'll create a new bank. I'm going to call it Chapter X, create it, and then I'll search for Chapter X, and I'll find it here. I clicked on the item bank, and then I'll click the three dots in the upper right corner and import content. The content I want to import is this zip file that we downloaded just a second ago. We can't import the zip file that we downloaded from ExamView. It has to be the exported course content. I'll import, and there we have it. I'll click Done, and I can now see that all of the questions from the item bank have been added to this quiz. Now they may appear in reverse order from the original item bank, but that's okay. I assure you all of the questions are actually there. The last step I would recommend is go back to your item banks and make sure that you've shared this chapter or this item bank with the appropriate people. You can also share it to a particular course. Or you can make the question bank available to anyone in BISD, or just to another individual or group of individuals. You can give them view or edit access as appropriate. And that's how you import a item bank from ExamView and turn it into a usable item bank for a Canvas new quiz.